Hello, hello! Perfidious Pete here. Rolling through the rain, wind, and weather, more hell-bent for leather than Rowdy Yates on his way to a BDSM club in Darkest Dungeon. That's right, Darkest Dungeon. Don't think just because you killed 3 of my seekers last episode that I'm giving up. You may have spent the entire thing stomping on my throat, but you have no idea what you've unleashed, Darkest Dungeon. You just picked a fight with a warlock, bro. I've got tiger's blood, Adonis's DNA, and an assortment of other body parts that don't freaking belong to me that I keep under my bed next to the rotting corpse of Chuck Lorre. You've just unleashed a Charlie Sheen level of lunacy, Darkest Dungeon, and as soon as I get myself under control long enough to stop spitting in rage and coating my monitor with a thick layer of saliva, my goddesses and I are coming back to tear you apart like the total bitchin' rock stars from Mars that we are. Don't ask me how my brain jumped from a Rawhide reference at the top of the episode to firing shots at Charlie Sheen, because you know what? I gotta admit, I'm a little on tilt, and honestly, I'm not really sure. One thing is for certain, though, apart from the fact that Charlie Sheen has taken Tom Cruise crazy to a new level, a level which I call Charlie Sheen shithouse rat shit bat shit, and that's that I really got to get some time to regroup. We did lose a lot of Seekers, and I think the best plan for this week, not to go right back into the dungeon. When you're tilting, you don't want to just keep playing hand after hand. You get up and walk away from the table. So I'm going to take care of me first, just like my hero Charlie Sheen would, and then refocus on getting back to kicking the teeth down the throat of the Darkest Dungeon once we're in a little better position. Because can't is the cancer a happen, man. And I really could use a little confidence boost if I'm going to start believing in myself. I know my hero Charlie Sheen would never suffer from a lack of self-confidence, but I'm in not a great place right now. First things first, Wonder Woman, the only person who actually managed to walk out of the dungeon, she needs a little bit of stress relief, so let's get that taken care of. She won't meditate, but she will do pretty much anything else. Let's take you to the Abbey then, Wendy, and we're gonna, you cost $2,000 to heal. All right. I mean, it's got to be done, so we might as well do it. Can't. Why are you still afflicted, Mary Walker? Champion Plague Doctor. You know, we're going to actually need you, I think, in the immediate future. So let's get you some stress relief, too. You're compulsive and a ruins phobe. Let's just have you drink. Really, anything cheap is fine. We're looking to conserve cash as much as we can, because we got some expensive upgrades we're going to have to do. Specifically, Robbie Baldwin's got to be upgraded, because if we're going to do the first level of the Darkest Dungeon, we have got to get stress management on the table. That is an absolute definitive must-have. Rachel Summers, you know I could upgrade your gear, but I'm not actually going to. Or not you, Rachel Summers, but rather Buffy Summers. Sorry, the Summers girls, Rachel and Buffy. They're always walking together, and they're like, oh, we're Rachel and Buffy Summers. No relation. As if that were clever. I wouldn't mind getting these guys leveled up, because we don't currently have a grave robber of champion rank, and we don't currently have a champion rank. You know what? I think it's best not talk about it. You know what though? Fuck Dr. Doom. That pompous asshole got what he deserved. I'm beginning to think. For all these years, I've been thinking, you know what, Reed Richards, that guy's a straight up jackhole. He has no idea. But now, after the performance of Dr. Doom last mission, kind of wondering if maybe Reed wasn't onto something. No way am I going to try and kill a gibbering prophet. Really, what I'd like to do is just take these guys maybe on a short mission with no healer. Are you short? No, you're the opposite of short. Well, we definitely can't do that with no healer. We can't do this at all because one level 3 guy, I guess. Oh, that reminds me. We got to check the stagecoach, though. Replacements are sort of a thing that we need. Very funny, Darkest Dungeon. Very, very, very funny. I already have 2 champion level occultists that I almost never use. Ha 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 ha. And the one rank 3 guy that I have, I already have Toad. What am I going to do with this guy? And then it's more occultic. You know what, Darkest Dungeon? Eat a dick. Just, yeah. Just go find a nice big phallic object and insert it in your own mouth, because you deserve that. Yeah. All right, dick move, Darkest Dungeon. Dick move. So what can we do then? Medium champion. Are these long champion? Long champion. Do we have a short champion? Long. We have 1 short champion mission. Well, I mean, we don't really need a Tome of Holy Healing, so we could sell it for cash. We're also going to get $6,000 for completing the mission. It is explore 90% of rooms, which I'm not a huge fan of. Do we even have a team that could do this? We're really at the bottom of the barrel, and we're doing some scraping. You know what? One other thing. Hold on a second. This may seem like a bit of a waste of cash. How much stress do you actually have, though? All right, I was going to put Clark Kent in for stress relief, but you know what? No, he'll be fine. He's got... We're probably going to wind up taking Clark Kent into our next dungeon, because he's really sort of our only tank. If we're going back at the Darkest Dungeon, which I would like to do next episode, if we're going back, I think we got to take Kent. I'm going to camp earlier next time. I'm really going to focus on stress management, but right now, this is really the only thing we're sort of in a position to handle. And you know what? Screw it. Let's just take Buffy. You know what? Let's take both of the Summer Sisters. Oh, yeah, no relation. Yeah, ladies, you say that every time, and you know what? It's never going to be funny. It's never going to be funny, ever. So, Summers, do you have level 5 skills? Nope. All right, well, let's pay to get those on board, then. We're going to have to pay a fortune just to set Rachel Summers up for this mission. And you know what, Buffy? You're rolling with the ghetto gear. I'm sorry. We may need a couple builder missions here. Unless Buffy pulls way more cash out of this short dungeon than I expect her to pull. We do have 2 level 5. Okay, so we're going to do probably a man-at-arms. What do we want to pair this with, though? We need somebody who can do some damage at some point. It's going to be sort of a must. Because this team doesn't exactly scream damage to me. I don't want to take Steve Rogers because I want him in the Darkest Dungeon. We can't take Swamp Thing because we don't have a healer that'll roll with him. We got Catherine. I guess we could either take Mercedes Knight or Squirrel Girl. So, Squirrel Girl, I guess? Oh, we could take Betsy Braddock, but she doesn't have level 5 gear either, so what's the point? Alright then, Squirrel Girl, I guess it's all you. Alternatively... No, that's a stupid idea. I had an unusual thought, and it wasn't even worth articulating. So I guess this is our team. I don't like this team at all. Not even a little. They look real bad. But it is just a short dungeon, and we're going to go really light on provisions, too. Because, again, our goal here is the cashish. We got to make it with the cashish, and I'm not really feeling the cashish here. Yeah, I don't... all right, let's just... trinkets, then, I guess. I'm on tilt. I'm going to forget something. I got to be really careful here. I'm in a bad way. Focusing on getting a lot of... Yeah. Unequip all the trinkets and just sort them by rarity. Okay, so what do we want to do for our Hellion? She's going to be all of our damage. But we should also like to get her some dodge if possible. So let's go that way. And we did learn another valuable lesson there in the Darkest Dungeon. The first level of the dungeon, too. Don't focus on dodge, because it is freaking pointless. It did us literally no good. The dodge, it was like the goggles in the... What was it? What was that guy's name? Oh, God. The goggles do nothing. In the McBain, yes. The Radioactive Man episode of The Simpsons where Milhouse got cast as Fallout Boy. Fallout Boy kind of has a different thing now that, you know, there's the band Fallout Boy. You'd be like, oh, Fallout Boy. And be like, yeah, you know, it was way more clever before Pete Wentz sort of horned in on it. And now it's vastly less good now. Do I want to roll with you in the second position? Hold on a second. What do you have that works out of the second position? I mean, basically all of your crap works from anywhere. We could get rid of this and get down instead. You know what? Yeah, let's just do this. Oh, it moves you back 1, though. Well, does that even matter? Kind of doesn't. You know what? I'm comfortable with that. Let's just do this. So that's going to be... And I don't really give a shit what gear Buffy has. Buffy, your gear doesn't matter to me, even in the slightest. What do you got that's like antiquarian only? Plus 4 speed. Well, that's straight up abysmal trash, but... Is there something useful you have that's antiquarian only? Bag of marbles, 5 dodge. It's not nothing. There's got to be something better than that, though, right? 2 speed and 8 dodge, sure. What else have we got that's sort of dodge-oriented? Plus 50% healing skills. Yeah, just not actually worth it. Anything else that's... Oh, you know what? Carry the Ancestors map. That's fine. If we can avoid combat, it's not like we're going to get much out of you that we give a shit about. And you can have as much stress as you want coming out of the dungeon. I don't care if you have a heart attack, actually, Buffy. I give absolutely not a single shit about you in any way, shape, or form. In no capacity do I give a single tiny iota of shit about your life. We got to stack a ton of dodge, though. This is where we want to put all of our... You know what? Actually, we want to put all of our dodge here. And you are most of our damage, so let's take this off. And instead, I think we'll give you the Ancestor's Pin. I mean, you're all of our damage. That's plus 20 stress, though. But this is a short dungeon, and we don't care how much stress you have when you come out. Yeah, this is fine. Let's do that, and then we'll give you the Camouflage Cloak. And you know what, Buffy? I'm taking that back. I'm taking it all back. We're going to give that to you instead. That's going to give you a pretty healthy dodge total. What do we want to give you, then? I mean, does it really matter, Buffy? Plus 20%. Life is not terrible. Moon Cloak is trash. Quick Draw Charm. Meh. Sniper's Ring. You're not going to be in the 4th position. Don't we have something that's like scouting and stress resistance or something? Calming Crystal. You know what? That'll do. Actually, we need to take that into the Darkest Dungeon. Minus 15% stress, plus 4 dodge. That would have been remarkably useful last episode. Not the dodge so much as the stress reduction. And nothing fancy from our Vestal. Sacred Scroll, Book of Holy Healing. I really am kind of on tilt after last episode, man. I don't feel good about it at all. Alright, well, that's got all that sorted. Trinket inventory, combat skills. Doreen Green has level 4 skills. You know what? I'm relatively comfortable with that. It's going to be fine. We got a lot of people going in here with suboptimal skills, but we're doing this to get money to continue to fuel our campaign. We're, again, coming at it sort of Charlie Sheen like. We do a lot of stuff just because we desperately need money to fuel our lifestyle. Those goddesses don't work for free. So we want to keep provisions to a minimum as well. I'm going to take 3 shovels because the Warrens does tend to have a lot of barricades, but we're going to go very light on everything else. 1 key. You know what? Yeah, this is probably good. And so this is the mission then where we're woefully under-provisioned. We come in here and get the shit kicked out of us, and the downhill run just continues to roll downhill. We get a very sort of plumber-inspired episode in which we just watch the shit start rolling downhill last episode and continue to roll downhill at an ever-increasing rate this episode. Wow, this is good. We have no choice but to go this way, and we have literally 3 battles to get to our second room. That's fucking fantastic. I'm really enthused about that. Free torch, though. Yep, it's mine for the taking. Hey, Antiquarian, you touch everything. I forgot. You're the everything toucher. You touch all items at all times. All things that must be touched are going to be touched by you. I wanna be touched by you and nobody else but you. I wanna be touched by antiquarians alone. Boop boop be doo. Picking up some stress, just wandering around. That's fine, Antiquarian. No, don't. God damn it, Nick Fury. When did you become a greedy son of a bitch? Yeah, it contains loot, but you know what, Fury? It contains way less loot than it would have if you'd have let the damn Antiquarian do her stupid job. This is why we put up with her. This is like, okay, this is a Black Widow scenario here, Nick Fury. Black Widow is not a cosmic level superhero. She's not designed to fucking fight Ultron. But that's not why we have Black Widow on the roster. She's an espionage expert. She's a spy. She's for getting intelligence, Fury. That's why you put up with Black Widow. Similarly, this Antiquarian is for getting the money. We're all about the money. I'm making a lot of Simpsons references. My wife has been most insistent about the pretzel monies. She's been insistent about the Antiquarian and the touching of things. Why are you not touching the things with the Antiquarian? When are you going to start touching things with the Antiquarian, Pete? Stop dicking it. Oh, never mind. This is gonna be a wide awake, god awful nightmare. This whole dungeon is gonna be just a tragic abomination. So settle in, folks. It's gonna be real bad. So we're going straight up for the retribution then, and what we're gonna do is try to force the Antiquarian to make Nick Fury Garter, so we can double our potential. Potential? That's a word. Double our potential for riposts. Did not get a kill there. Okay, drums of debilitation. That's 2 damage and some stress. We're also marked. Here comes the howl. We are going to get a riposte off of that. Or not, because it hit everybody. Well, okay, alright. How about here? Riposte off of that? Oh, we did get the kill. Not a massive amount of stress, but some. So we've got the guard me down. How blight resistant is this guy? Not really very. Alright, hit him with the festering vapors, because that's at least something. That's some damage you can contribute. We'll also stack a bleed on him, which he resisted. All right, well, the Festering Vapor's doing its work. Here comes the Skull Toss. 12 damage. It's the stress more so than the damage that we're worried about. All right, just continue riposting. We're going to keep forcing Buffy to guard you. That's going to be Buffy's bitch. She's going to be guard me, Nick Fury, guard me, guard me. You know, I made the joke earlier about the whole Black Widow thing, Nick Fury. It's time for you to fucking live up to your part of the deal. You got to get the Black Widow working here. Comes the Rend, got the riposte. And we're bleeding now, which is bad. Maybe we could put some bleed on this ghoul, though. Nope. Alright, well, keep up the riposting, I suppose, Fury. There'll be no blood left for the leeches. I mean, settle your shit down, Fury. You've been bleeding for literally one turn. You may be overreacting a little bit there. I don't give a shit about no goddamn snakes, no goddamn bleeding, and no goddamn dungeon. I hate these ghouls so much. You know what? We're going to forego the guard me. Honestly, Buffy Summers is doing okay in the damage department despite not having any kind of bonus through her bleed attacks. Another little bonk there. Just give me straight up damage. We're never going to get a bleed off of this guy. We may as well just hit him for actual damage. And we'll go for the group heal from Rachel Summers. This guy should drop dead if he wins a speed roll, which he did, and he did. Alright, so, you know, like only 68 more fights to get to the next room. Dinner cart. Wish we had brought some medicinal herbs, but nothing here but rotting bodies, huh? Not even like one of those fleet coins that we can use to pay someone to have them haul our urine to a ditch. That's not. Well, this fight is much more agreeable. 2 skeletons and a muncher. I hate considerably less. Nick Fury with the riposte. Alright, just go ahead and make Colonel Fury guard you. I do like that we get a cheap way to make riposte work for us. The Antiquarian Man-at-Arms combo is actively not terrible. Nice shot. We didn't get to bleed, though. Would have been a kill if we had. Still a kill, though, because we got Wonder Woman to take him down and get a little much-needed self-healing. Bump in the night. Dodged and riposted. See, that's what we're looking for right there. The dodge, then the riposte. The dodge, then the riposte. Exactly what we wanted. The dodge, then the riposte. First you dodge, then you riposte. I wonder if we could stack that dodge. It's interesting, but I think it's probably more useful to just kill this thing. If it's not alive, we don't have to worry about stacking the buff. Alright. Got an extra bandage, some more gold, and the rare antique is actually a really nice pickup right there. This is helpful in the gold department. Again, cash is what this is all about. It's a straight-up cash grab. It's like when Charlie Sheen did the spokesmanship thing for Naked Juice. It was a straight-up cash grab. Why do we keep surprising everyone? Could we sincerely stop that shit? I really hate surprising the enemy. Could we knock that shit right the fuck off? 18 damage out of Squirrel Girl. That gets us halfway home. But seriously, guys, with the whole the surprising thing, yeah, just please don't do that anymore. No more surprising is bad. These guys are gonna get a hit us like 17 times in a row now. The dodge and the riposte, though, it's so good, Colonel Fury. Look at him, he's in. Oh, you trying to hit Colonel Fury? Shit, dog. I'm a fucking Avenger, sort of. I fought cosmic level whores. Y'all can't get nothing on Nick Fury, dog. Gonna have to get up pretty damn early in the morning to get one over on the man who bosses around Captain America. Dodge and riposte, son. Dodge and riposte. That actually is working fantastically well. Right. No more shit out of you. You're gonna take blight damage and drop dead. Dodge and riposte, though, right? Oh, look. Okay. Oh, this guy's been watching. He's like the Taskmaster. He's a muscle mimic. He's onto our game. He's like, oh, we're gonna keep dodging and riposting, dodging and riposting. Well, 2 can play at that game, shit biscuit. All right, so you need to definitely adrenaline rush. There'll be no blood left for the leeches. You can fix your own damn bleed, Dorian Green. Cure that, Colonel Fury. Didn't quite get us home there, did you, buddy? Nope. Sure didn't. Nope, not even a little bit. Not even close. Did get a huge heal, though. Is it weird that this group is doing surprisingly okay? Dodge and riposte, though. Forgot the dodge part of that, but the riposte part you did manage to keep hold of. There's the dodge. All right, now I'm back in form. You don't mess with Colonel Nick Fury, though. Dodge and riposte, son. Dodge and riposte. That's the rule, the golden rule. Big wallop from Dorian Green. Alright, our Vestal's taking 8 damage to the Snot Locker. I think she's gonna be okay. Long term, she'll be fine. 8 damage is not that big of a deal. In fact, we can just use some damage and cure most of that ourselves. There we go. Or cure all of it ourselves. Get a little damage mileage as well. Give me that bleed, though. There it is. I guess we'll just hit you with the old Festering Vapors. Double resisted. Okay, well, maybe next time we'll just stab you a little. Dodge and riposte, though! So good. So good. You know, 9 out of 9 times it works 9 out of 9 times. Math doesn't make any sense at all, Pete. And also, I'm pretty sure you fucked that quote up all of the way. You're not wrong. More of the dodge and riposte, though. Keep Buffy. Gotta keep her protected there, Colonel Fury. And really, what I'm actually looking for is just a little extra offense out of you. Take 3 damage to deal 8. This is an acceptable trade. Do I really want an adrenaline rush? No. Well, it's definitely broken because they're all dead. It's not even a formation anymore. It's just broken. There's no formation left. We killed all of them. It's a formation of corpses, which I suppose the formation of that corpses would form typically is called a pile. Or alternatively, I guess you could say they've adopted the graveyard formation. Look out, they've gone into the cemetery formation. So we're skipping that room then. Thank you, Ancestors map. Guys, we brought the damn antiquarian for a reason. Could you stop stealing her fucking loot? It's like they don't understand the plan. Again, Colonel Fury, do I need to revisit the whole Natasha Romanoff thing? Do I got to go back and mention Black Widow again? I think we'd all be happier if nobody ever really mentioned Black Widow again. But you keep forcing my hand. Antiquarian, occult scrawlings. Yeah, just touch them. Forever change the hero. Well, we got some kind of... You're a clutch hitter now. Well, I suppose that's not really all that useful, honestly, but it's better than a kick in the twat, so... Do I want to backtrack for this loot? Well, let's see if we got a room battle. No room battle. So, answer, yes. We are actually going to come walk all this way and then backtrack. Nice work setting off the trap, by the way. We are going to backtrack and take the backtracking stress. Stack of books. Sure. Lasting effect on a hero. Man, antiquarians really are awesome when it comes to the opening and the touching and the poking. They do a good job. Yeah, we're going to take a little stress for backtracking, guys. I'm aware it's not that big of a deal. Don't get your panties in a bunch there. Vestal. We're all right. Go back in the room. We got some free cash. That's what we came here for. Again, you guys keep forcing me to remind you about the whole Natasha Romanoff thing. This is why we brought her down here. Honestly, I'm a little disappointed with the amount of cash she's managed to pull out of here, because I was kind of expecting us to get a lot more. Comes the power vomit. You can't really hurt Buffy Summers with your puke. Go ahead and she got syphilis. Pretty sure that's not communicable in that fashion. I don't want to call you out for some bullshit science there, Darkest Dungeon, but I don't think that's how syphilis works. We are riposting. We're going to have Buffy make us... Yeah, go ahead and guard me. Dodge and riposte, though, Colonel Fury. Remember the paradigm. Dodge and riposte? There it is. Yep, see, he remembered. Damn right I remember, boy. Nick Fury never forget nothing. I'm like an elephant. I never forget anything. Nick Fury remembers everything that's ever happened to Nick Fury. And some shit that didn't. A lot of it I just made up. But I remember that, too. Picking up more stress than I'm comfortable with. Probably should have just thrown that at this. Well, we would have been short of a kill there as well. Dodge and riposte, though. Well, halfway home. Got the riposte part. That man is dead then. And this team has been then strong enough to let us limp through the dungeon. And honestly, we picked up... I won't say we picked up a lot of loot, but we picked up like a reasonable amount of loot. And it's not often we're going to be able to bring a champion into an antiquarian rather, into a champion level dungeon and feel okay about it. I feel like our initial assault on the Darkest Dungeon would have gone considerably better if I just sort of had known what to expect. But again, well, I didn't mean to do that. But I was sort of keeping myself deliberately in the dark about what lies inside the Darkest Dungeon in an effort to sort of keep the content interesting, and well, I managed to do that then. So back to the Hamlet. We should have done pretty respectable from an overall gold standpoint. Like, we definitely at least broke even. Right? Darkest Dungeon, we definitely at least broke even in what we spent on upgrades for some of our other troopers. 16,000 and 2 portraits. So yeah, basically we pretty much broke even. We did pick up a little extra EXP, I guess, which is nice. Second wind replaced wheeled adventurer. Well, you know what? That's good, because I'm never ever setting foot in the wheeled ever again. Hyromania, that's basically a wash. Second wind replaced on guard, which is actively bad. Also, we got scurvy. And robust replaced nymphomania. Meh. You know what? I'd rather have the disease resistance. Also, if you're a nymphomaniac, wouldn't having a little extra disease resistance just sort of be useful? Be like, why didn't you get chlamydia? That dude definitely had chlamydia. I got a robust constitution. Buffy Summers is now a legend antiquarian. That didn't take much. Wonder Woman's stress is basically ground down. Mary Walker got rid of her stress and is no longer selfish. So we potentially have the team we might need to take in an assault on the Darkest Dungeon, but we definitely have to upgrade Speedball if we're going to do that. Let's just get that out of the way now and see what kind of cash we're going to have left. We can more accurately prepare for the Darkest Dungeon too, because now we know what sort of... I don't need any of this stuff. What sort of trinkets we actually need in order to make that dungeon work, too. We have 10,000. That would give us Robbie Baldwin fully upgraded. We would have potentially Superman, who I know is fully upgraded. Madeline Pryor is all ready to go. And then, who would be our last man? Last man standing on that particular lineup is going to be Captain America. And yeah, he's also fully upgraded. So, yes, we can do it, and I will do it, but we're going to do it next time. If you enjoyed this episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comments section. Of course, your support does really mean a lot. And if you'd like to see Colonel Fury do the dodge and riposte on a regular basis, you might consider subscribing as well, because that's the thing he does. Right now, though, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon, dodging and riposting and keeping Natasha Romanoff on the team for no damn good reason.